and the second part of our seasons. So today...
I got it! Oh, Lily sold out of it. I'm so happy. The last pot in the whole shop.
What's that?
What's that? What does it look like?
Well, it looks like a pot of glitter.
Yes, a silver pot of glitter. Whoa.
We don't need
Whoa.
it. We don't need any glitter this week, Mickey. We don't need any glitter this
What's
week.
that?
Well, that's what we're going to be making this week for all the boys and girls to show them. It's called a family tree.
Oh. Looks quite good.
Well, very good. Well, we'll make it then. Now, this was an idea I came up with a couple of days ago because in the summer, all the trees are really, really beautiful to look at. And we thought, well, family tree, we could make a tree. It's got some lovely pictures of all of our family on. So, here's one here that I've already made, and I've already got some pictures of family on. There's Dad there, and sister. Yes,
Do I need these safety goggles on?
Maybe not just at the moment, but you will need to keep them handy because there's a couple of things you'll need to do that are a little bit dangerous.
Okay, I'll pop them right down here in a safe place, in close reach.
Very good. So, first stage that you need to do to make your lovely family tree is to get yourself some pipe cleaners. Now, I've got a whole bunch of brown pipe cleaners here. Now, if you can't get hold of any brown pipe cleaners like this, or any pipe cleaners at all, you could always use a real twig or something from the garden that looks like nice and branchy, or even you could make a shape that's like a tree out of cardboard and colour it in. But we've got some pipe cleaners. So, the first step, Mickey, get yourself a handful of pipe cleaners, about 6 or 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7.
Very precise, Mickey.
Thank you.
Okay, now take them in your hand,
Yeah.
and what you're going to do is just pull a few so that they're a bit taller than the others, just so that you get some different heights to all of your branches when you finally make your tree. Okay?
Yeah.
Done that?
Yeah.
Now, this is the tricky part. What you're going to do is give them a bit of a twist like that so that they all kind of clamp together. That's right, just keep twisting them round, and that should hold all of your pipe cleaners together as one. Now, you might need to fold up the ones at the bottom, just if they're like a little bit too long, so just fold that up. Fantastic. Now that's the beginnings of our tree. So, where are we going to put it? Well, I've actually got, for my tree, a lovely plant pot. Now I've got a spare one that you can use for yours, Mickey. I picked up 2 earlier on because I thought you might like this idea.
What is that in there?
That in there is called Oasis. Now, it's a kind of flower arranging foam. Now, that you can pick that up in florists or sometimes in supermarkets. It's very, very cheap. But if you haven't got any Oasis or any kind of flower arranging foam, then you could use some clay or plasticine or even glue tack just to stick your branches into. So, what I'd like you to do, Mickey, is take your tree and from the bottom, just push it ever so gently into the Oasis there. That's it, keep pushing. Now this is very, very easy to do, and you'll get a lovely result, which is your family tree. Very, very good. That might be enough. Great, now, it doesn't at the moment look very much like a tree. Why is that?
It looks like a spider plant.
It does look a bit like a spider plant that's not very well. So what you need to do is give it a bit of a shape, a bit like a tree like I have mine. Now again, if you remember last time I said maybe go out into the garden and look at the shapes that branches make. There we go, some lovely branches you're making there, Mickey.
Mickey.
Have you seen a tree before? Fantastic. Yours looks like
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Well, it's not as easy as it looks, but the great thing about pipe cleaners is once you've bent them, if you're not happy with the shape, you can always bend them back again and try again. Now, are you happy with the shapes that you're making there, Mickey?
Not really. You want to try to do it? I can't do it.
Okay. Let me bend a couple of these for you like I did mine earlier on. Now, the thing is with pipe cleaners is if you get a nice sharp bend on them, they'll look a lot more realistic as branches. Very good. Now,
maybe if we twisted it in a bit here.
now that's really starting to take shape. That looks like a lovely tree there. So, what's the thing that it's missing now, Mickey?
My family.
Your family, for your family tree. Now, the way that I've done mine is that I've cut out some lovely shapes like leaves, and then I've drawn pictures of my family, named them all, and popped them on the tree. So, I've got some spare leaves over here, Mickey, that I cut out earlier on. Now, like I said earlier, when you're out in the garden looking at the tree, why not look at some leaf shapes as well and see how different all of the different leaves can be. You might come up with some really interesting shapes. Now, I've done my leaf shapes like this, so you can use this one, Mickey, to start to draw a picture of one of your family members. Now, who would you put on there first?
My mum.
Your mum?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you start to draw a lovely picture of your mum on that leaf just there. Now, be very, very careful while you're drawing your pictures, and if you don't feel like you really want to draw your pictures, or if you're not up for doing any drawing, then you could always use a photograph. Now, always check with a grown-up about what photographs you can use, because they might be a bit upset if you cut their photographs into leaf shapes without asking first. So always make sure. Wow, your mum looks like a stunner, Mickey. That's a great picture of her. Beautiful.
It's quite lifelike, isn't it?
It is very lifelike. I've met your mum.
Big
Fantastic. So, there's Mickey's mum. Now, just for the purposes of this, why don't we just get rid of your mum just for a moment, and we'll look at the one that I did earlier on, of my mum. Okay, now you see I've coloured it in the background green to look like a leaf. So, what we need to do is make a lovely loop for the leaf to hang on. So, Mickey, get some of that lovely ribbon over there that you can see, but don't worry, you can finish drawing. Finish drawing your picture of your mum later on. Okay, so Mickey's cut up some ribbon. Carefully, Mickey,
oh.
with the scissors.
Sorry, really sorry. Really sorry.
Never forget to be really, really safe when you're using your scissors.
Really sorry, Mac.
That was quite close. That could have been.
Sorry, Mac. Really sorry.
Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just be safe. Now, cut the next bit of ribbon very carefully with your scissors. Okay, what we need to do is you need to make a loop now, Mickey, okay? You're not going to sulk, are you?
No, sorry.
Okay. Take your piece of ribbon and you're just going to curl it into a loop like that, and you'll need a piece of sticky tape. Take your piece of sticky tape and on the back of your leaf, very, very carefully stick your loop down. That's right, and now that is ready to hang onto your tree. So pick a nice branch where you'd like to put it.
By the flower.
By the flower, that's a nice idea. Fantastic. Now, like Mickey just pointed out, I've put some lovely flowers onto my tree, and you could use anything. I've used these small little roses that I got from a craft shop, and they look a bit like this. It's just a very small ribbon rose with a very small piece of metal in the bottom to be able to twist it and bend it. And we're just going to put the flower properly and nicely onto the plant. There we go. Lovely. And like I say, you can use anything to decorate yours,
Glitter.
except glitter, to make it look nice and pretty and to really reflect your personality. And that is how we make a lovely family tree for summer. What do you think to that, Mickey?
I think it looked better with some glitter on.
Don't think it would. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again for autumn. So from me, Mac.
And from me, Mickey, goodbye.
We're not using glitter.
Why not?
It's never gonna, no, we're not going to use any glitter. You and your glitter. Why? Stop.
I just like glitter!